I'm okay with this being angled that way because it just means it's going to suck the box up to the rack and it won't be able to come loose as easily. I can't find the other nut though. I think they shorted me one nut. I got lucky. The first thing I put on this one, now when we got the red one, I put a front bumper and a rear bumper on it for Jamie. But when I got this one, it already had this rack on it and the front bumper. But I did get this rack for the back. It just makes it nice to bungee stuff too. And it had some options for the mounting hardware. And I actually got one nut left over that was the correct thread for these. So that's pretty cool. I'll take a win however I can get it. This one's also a nylock nut, which is more gooder. Okay. Those aren't the same size, I don't think. Maybe. Yeah. That's a 10 millimeter. And thank you Lord that I was able to find my 10 millimeter today. It's always a good day when you can find your 10 millimeter anything. This is actually grabbing onto a really good natural grabbing spot on the top of the Polaris. I did have to drill holes in the box, but I didn't have to drill any holes in my machine. That's pretty cool. I'll probably cut those off with a cutoff wheel, leave them just a little bit long. You know, I'm not gonna beat those though. Normally if I have to cut off a bolt, I go ahead and smash the head down a little bit, but this might be something I might want to take off at some point. And for the hardest part to be finding a 10 millimeter, which I'll probably have in here anyway, I'll cut that off, but I might not even cut it off. That's pretty solid. I don't want to go overkill on the attaching, but that's pretty solid. And it's got a nice little mat that I can lay down in there. And I already have a box this size for putting hand tools in. I'm also going to get a chainsaw carrier for it, but that's pretty sweet, huh? Yeah. Already installed the phone holder and the Bluetooth tunes, waterproof tunes. So I can put my phone up there, put my little Pandora thing on, and have tunes. I'm going to go ahead and tighten the bottom one up most of the way, because I know there'll be a little gap left in this, but I want it to be on this top side where my accelerator wire is. My accelerator wire, not cable, wire. Go ahead and back this side off a little bit. I'll close, there's nothing under here as far as cables or wires. The only one is on the outside of it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this gap up all the way so that my gap will be on the top, which is where this cable's running. It'll be more gooder that way, folks. Nobody will be stressing out. I think like that's pretty good. That works for me.
And your favorite dish?
My favorite dish, I like mugs because they're very comfortable in your hand and they hold the hot things that you don't have to touch. So, you know, coffee.
Live from the CTR mobile studio. Got McFly, the camera bag, and some cameras. Always looking for a place to stuff those, and I've still got a little luggage space up front. Luggage space. But it's just nice to have storage on these things, because you're usually going somewhere to work, and it's nice to have the tools when you get there. And I know this might look dorky, but I don't care. It's just me out here, folks. And that's the perfect position to have that sitting when you're riding. And the phone, what I like about the phone thing is it swivels also, so I can go like this to install it. You know, turn it where I can get to this knob, or turn it back. But this is pretty handy because I can turn on my phone, turn on my wireless tunes, and that speaker box, I guess, is waterproof, and which I'm not going to test that here. I'm not going to submerge it. I'll try to keep it dry. It's like a ranch Cadillac, folks. I am so grateful for this. I love it. I got a present. I got a present for my... I've decided to call my quad Blackjack. Because, you know, Jamie got so creative when she named Red. Staying that level. Oh boy, they really took this. Some assembly required. I thought that I should stay in that level of creativity. So
The only way to understand all this is to learn the identity of whoever's behind that mask.
I don't know.
Blackjack, I present to you Blackjack. Oh boy, I was thinking this was going to be a quick and easy thing here. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is going to be a quick and easy thing here. We'll just see about that. Get the box out of my face. Box out of face. It is well packed, I'll give them that. Instructions. Oh, I knew better than that. I knew a lot better than that. Seems pretty straightforward. Two of these. I'm gonna assume that the nuts need to be on the back. They don't show in the instructions, but I'm assuming the nuts go on the back. Yeah, I think that would look better sticking out the front of it than the whole nut. Plus the nut looks like it's the right size to go down in that hole. Yeah, but how do you hold on to? Oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm going with the Allen heads on the outside for mine. It doesn't say. Let me look. Might have to go get glasses. It does not show. Yeah, I'm going with that. See if I can still get a wrench. See, I can still get a wrench on there. I'm gonna wait till I've got it all assembled before I tighten anything up. I'll just make sure I can still get to everything. It's actually not very difficult. it does say to tighten these. There are some that I need to leave loose after I put them in. Well, it doesn't say to tighten these. It said to install them. And it didn't say to not tighten them. I just think I'd feel better tightening that up when it's on the bike, where it can make adjustments. You know, it might be out of whack if I do it like this. I can't see it. There's too much wobble there. I might want to position it just right on the bike. I'll make sure I can get to these nuts on the back. I know I can get to all the Allen head fasteners. And let's go ahead and put this on. I guess the first one is probably the hardest one to start, because you have to kind of balance everything while you're doing it. I think I'll get another one in there before I try tightening it or threading it. They've got these little metal tabs that you have to start the bolts into. Got that one started. Definitely don't want that to go falling deep into the frame. Oh no.
You screwed up?
I just pushed it in there. Alright, I'll be right back, folks. You are kidding me. I'll be right back. Jamie's home. Ha ha ha. Birds in the air. Doo doo. Doo doo. Doo. Oh, I believe we got her. Yep. Okay. We'll get these bottom guys. Three down, one to go.
I got you some stuff.
Hi, honey.
Mom, it's bogus. It has no pop to it.
Jamie found the bubble wrap.
It has no pop.
Oh, I don't need a wrench on the bottom because I have those tricky plate things. I guess I better make sure where I want this.
Do you need me to hold it?
Maybe.
Where do you want me to hold it?
You know what? I'm gonna just hang on a sec. I'm gonna get a little 1/2-inch socket so I don't have to sit there turning that big one all night long.
A little one.
A little one.
Venture Highway in the summertime.
All right.
reals?
For reals. For reals this time, Jamie.
For real.
Yep. Oh, will that fit? Yeah, it'll fit. So I just need you to hold that up in the center and no, from here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah. But
How
it's
about that?
alright. You don't really have any choice, do you?
Well, I could go like that.
It'll catch. Keep on. Hold on. Can you back off just a little? Maybe it's in backwards. No. Alright, I'm going to have to do it by hand. The last one's always the hardest. That's the way they make them, Jamie.
Yeah.
Last one's always the hardest. Try that. So you don't show a picture of where the heads of the screws are, whether they're on the outside or the inside. Anyways, I do want the Allen head screws, the screw heads on the outside, but the problem is, I'll show you. The problem is, on the other side, the holes are bigger. So the nut goes down into that hole, and then you can't get a wrench on it. But I do want the Allen heads on the outside, so I'm just gonna flip those tubes over, and I'll have to do the same thing for these tubes. But then the Allen head will go down in there, and I can get a full grip on the nut. With the wrench. It's easier to turn the wrench when you get them tight than it is to turn the Allen wrench. They don't have to be super tight because it probably just collapse that tube if we tighten it too much. And imagine these are something I'll need to tighten down the road. But they do have nylock nuts on them, so they shouldn't back off. All right, Thank you, honey.
Did I give that one another crank?
Yeah, give it another crank, honey.
I was gonna say how we do at work, but I can't say that on TV.
Yeah, don't do that.
How tight do you want it? Do you want it tight?
Anyway, Black Chat, so that build's done, folks. The build's done. I've got my phone holder, my cup holder, my tunes, my storage box, my upper rear rack, and my rear bumper. It's as outfitted as it's probably gonna get. Anyway,
Now what accessory does it need? Side roll bar?
well, they do have side armor.
Guards,
They do have side armor, and they do have a windshield, and they will be classic truck.
Fred Flintstone cover over the top.
Classic truck. Honey, thank you for helping me with this build.
No problem.
No problem. Classic truck rescue. What do we say, honey?
It's got a little more space on that side than it does right
Honey, what do we say?
Peace
out. No more space, what?
Yeah, see, look at right here, and then look right here.
Oh, yeah. So if somebody comes by with a micrometer and measures the fitment of my rear bumper.
Yeah.
Is that better?
No, it's the same. You got about a 1/4 inch gap, and you got about 3/4 of an
You know what's good though, Jamie?
What?
The back is all protected now. It's all protected. Goodbye. Never thought much about
It's coming through Waking up this morning, waking up before it's getting 9. Kinda heavy on my shoulders, tracking down some moments back in time. I could've swore that I was in it, down to every minute. Don't know what I was sipping, but I felt like I was doing fine. Oh my. Turns out that I just got a little bit south, just a little bit north of the Georgia line. I'll do it again. Little too much southern comfort, hanging with my friends, all playing games. We all started out a full house, ended up just me and good old James. I could've swore that I was winning, kinda had a feeling. Last thing I remember, I was drinking till the moonshine. Oh my. Turns out that I just got a little bit south, just a little bit north of the Georgia line.